class and good morning Profusman. Today I will deliver our lecture entitled Medical Biotechnology. I will divide this presentation with two parts. The first is overview and the last is tactic of medical biotechnology. The first is overview. Medical biotechnology is defined as the application of biotechnology tools for producing medical products that can be used for the diagnosis, prevention, and treatment of disease. The most remarkable product of medical biotechnology is human insulin that can now be produced outside of the human body, and the best-known product of medical biotechnology are antibiotics that are used to treat bacterial infection. This table shows the timeline of medical biotechnology. Early in 1882, the chromosome discovered in salamander larvae, and the biotechnology, especially medical biotechnology, developed from this year to the 2015 with the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for William C. Campbell and Satoshi Omura for their discoveries concerning a novel therapy against infection caused by roundworm parasite. We move to the techniques of medical biotechnology. There are several techniques which commonly used in medical biotechnology, such as PCR, fluorescent in situ hybridization, sequencing microarray, cell culture, and interference DNA. The first is polymerase chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction, or PCR, is a laboratory technique used to amplify DNA sequence. This method involves using short DNA sequence, called primer, to select the portion of the genome to be amplified. The temperature of the sample is repeatedly raised and lowered to have the DNA replication enzyme copy the target DNA sequence. The technique can produce 1 billion copies of the target sequence in just a few hours. There are 4 main components of PCR. The first is DNA template. DNA template is the sample of DNA that contains the target sequence. At the beginning of the reaction, a high temperature is used to separate the double-strand DNA to the single-strand DNA. The second component is DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase is an enzyme used to synthesize a new strand of DNA complementary to the target sequence. The third is the primer. This part is a single-stranded DNA complementary to the target sequence. The polymerase began synthesizing new DNA from one end of the primer. The first and the most used enzyme is a Taq DNA polymerase, which is from the Thermophilus aquaticus, and the PFU DNA polymerase from Pyrococcus furiosus is also used widely because of the higher fidelity when copying DNA. These enzymes are resistant to the high temperature such that they stable function during the PCR cycle that range from 50 to 95 degrees Celsius. And the last is nucleotide, or DNTP, or deoxynucleotide triophosphate. This part is a single unit nucleic acid base, including adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine, which are essential, the building block or the new strand of DNA. These pictures show the basic step of PCR. The first step is denaturation. Denaturation is the process to hit the reaction strongly to separate or denaturate the DNA strand. This part provides single-strand DNA template for the next step. The next step is annealing. Annealing is the cool step of the reaction, so the primer can bind to their complementary sequence of the single-stranded template of DNA. And the last part is extension. This part aims to raise the reaction temperature so the tag polymerase extend the primer and synthesizing new strand of DNA. The basic PCR technique has been modified for amplifying both DNA and RNA template and is now used for a quantitative measurement. There are several popular types of PCR based of their method. All the kind of PCR and the properties provided in this table. The second technique in the medical biotechnology is fluorescence in situ hybridization, or FISH. FISH is a laboratory technique for detecting and locating a specific DNA sequence on a chromosome. The DNA in our cell consists of a double helix or two strands of DNA which are repeatedly wound around each other. Each strand contains a sequence of the four bases, such as adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. Each base in a strand pairs to its complementary base on the strand. A will pair with T, C will pair with G, using hydrogen bonding. The high affinity with which of complementary base pair bind to their corresponding partner is called hybridization. Hybridization forms the basis of fluorescence in situ hybridization, or FISH technique. The basic principle involved is hybridization of nuclear DNA of either interphase cell or of metaphase chromosome affixed to the microscopic slide. With a nucleic acid probe, then the probes are labeled indirectly with a hapten or directly through incorporation of a fluorophore. The label probe and the target DNA are mixed together after denaturation, which allow annealing of complementary DNA sequence. The enzymatic detection system involves fluorochrome, which emit color signal at the hybridization site. The immunological detection system is based on binding of antibodies to specific antigen, which is then demonstrated with a color histochemical reaction visible by light microscope or fluorochromes with ultraviolet light. This figure in the right side visualizes the principle of FISH method. The A is the basic element are a DNA probe and a target sequence. Before hybridization of the DNA probe is labeled indirectly with hapten in the left side or directly labeled via the incorporation of fluorophore in the right panel. In the C picture, the label prof and the target DNA are denatured to yield single-stranded DNA, and then they are combined, which allow the annealing of complementary DNA sequence. If the probe has been labeled indirectly, an extra step is required for visualization of the non-fluorescent haften that use an enzymatic or immunological detection system. Finally, the signals are evaluated by fluorescence microscopy. This has greatly expanded the capabilities of cytogenetic and pathology laboratory through its high sensitivity, specificity, and rapid turnover with a high efficiency of hybridization and detection. Material for this can be processed in up to 24 hours, and the analysis of 1,000 and up to 2,000 cells in 15 until 45 minutes, enabling the information on the cytogenetic pattern of a tumor cell to be assessed within a sufficient time frame for use in treatment strategies. This table shows the broad application of this technique. The third technique in the biomedical biotechnology is DNA sequencing. DNA sequencing is the laboratory technique used to determine the exact sequence of base in the DNA molecule. The DNA-based sequence carries the information a cell needs to assemble protein and RNA molecule. DNA sequence information is important to scientists investigating the function of the gene. The technology of DNA sequencing was made faster as a part of the Human Genome Project. The first sequencing reaction required the addition of all the components necessary to synthesize and label new DNA, including DNA template, primer take with mildly radioactive molecule or a light-emitting chemical, the DNA polymerase or an enzyme that drives the synthesis of DNA, 4-deoxynucleotide, guanine, adenine, cytosine, thymine, and 1-D-deoxynucleotide or DDG, DDE, DDC, and DDT. There are two conventional of DNA sequencing methods such as Maxam-Gilbert sequencing and Sanger sequencing. The main difference between Maxam-Gilbert and Sanger sequencing is that the Maxam-Gilbert sequencing is the chemical method of DNA sequencing based on the nucleobase-specific partial chemical modification of DNA and subsequent cleavage of the DNA backbone at site adjacent to the modified nucleotide. But on the other hand, the Sanger sequencing is the chain termination method, which interrupts elongation of DNA sequence by incorporating the deoxynucleotide into the sequence. Maxam-Gilbert sequencing uses a large amount of hazards chemical, including radioactive material and hydrazine. However, Sanger sequencing uses less hazard chemical. In the development of DNA sequencing method, now there are three methods which commonly used. The first is Sanger sequencing. Sanger sequencing utilizes the chain termination method to provide the identity and order of nucleotide base in each strand of DNA. This method makes us a chemical analog of the four nucleotide base. This analog, called DDNTP, are missing the hydroxyl group that is required for extension of the polynucleotide chain that form the DNA molecule. By mixing radiolabeled DDNTP with template DNA, strands of each possible length are produced when the DDNTP get randomly incorporated, terminating the chain. The second is capillary electrophoresis and fragment analysis. Capillary electrophoresis, or CE, instrument can perform both with Sanger sequencing and fragment analysis. Fragment analysis is a method in which DNA fragments are fluorescently labeled, separated by CE, and sized by comparison to an internal standard. While DNA sequencing by CE is used to determine the specific base sequence of a particular fragment or gene segment, this technique can also provide sizing, relative quantization, and genotyping information for fluorescently labeled DNA fragment produced by PCR using primer design for a specific DNA target. The last is next generation sequencing, or NGS. The basic next generation sequencing process involves fragmenting DNA or RNA into multiple pieces, adding adapter, sequencing the libraries, and reassembling them to form a genomic sequence. In both GNS and Sanger sequencing, DNA polymerase add fluorescence nucleotide by one by one onto a growing DNA template strand. Each incorporated nucleotide is identified by its fluorescence tag. The critical difference between Sanger sequencing and NGS is sequencing volume. While the Sanger method only sequences a single DNA fragment at a time, NGS is massively parallel, sequencing millions of fragments simultaneously per run. This chart shows some application of DNA sequencing. Example, molecular biology. The DNA sequencing is used in molecular biology to study genomes and the protein they encode. Information obtained using sequencing allow researchers to identify changes in gene association with disease and phenotypes and identify potential drug target. And in discovery of medicine, DNA sequencing is also being increasingly used to diagnose and treat rare disease. As more and more genes are identified that cause rare genetic disease, molecular diagnosis for patients becomes more mainstream. The DNA sequencing allows clinicians to identify genetic disease, improve disease management, provide reproductive counseling, and more effective therapies. The next technique in medical biotechnology is a microarray. A microarray is a laboratory tool used to detect the expression of thousands of genes at the same time. DNA microarray are microscope slides that are printed with thousands of tiny spots in defined position, with each spot containing a known DNA sequence or gene. The slides are referred to as a gene chip or DNA chips. The DNA molecule attached to its slide act as probes to detect gene expression, which is also known as the transcriptome or the set of messenger RNA or mRNA transcript expressed by a group of genes. The figure in the right show the basic principle of how the microarray analysis does. This is some application of microarray in biomedical research, such as in cancer, microarray can be boon to researcher as it provides a platform for simultaneously testing of a large set of genetic samples. It helps especially in the identification of single nucleotide polymorphism and mutation, classification of tumors, identification of target genes of tumor suppressor, and identification of cancer biomarker. In antibiotic treatment, the DNA microarray analysis helps as the bacterial genomic DNA that often outlasts the viability of the bacteria, and a diagnosis can be using a small amount of DNA and the early detection of oral precancerous lesion, leukoplakia or white lesion of the oral cavity may result from a myriad of reversible condition. Currently, microscopic examination fails to identify the small subset of this lesion that progress to oral cancer. Identification of gene expression profile or genomic fingerprint will allow clinicians to differentiate harmless white lesion from precancerous lesion or from very early cancer. Recent studies have illustrated the effectiveness of microarray in oral cancer. The next technique in medical biotechnology is cell culture. Cell culture refers to the removal of cells from an animal or plant and their subsequent growth in a favorable artificial environment. The cell may be removed from the tissue directly and disaggregated by enzymatic or mechanical means before cultivation, or they may be divided from a cell line or cell strain that has already been established. Cell culture is an essential technique in both cellular and molecular biology, given that it provides the best platform for studying the normal physiology and biochemistry of cell. There are three major types of cell culture, such as primary cell cultures and secondary cell culture or cell line. Primary cell culture is the removal of the pieces or biopsy from tissue or organ in aseptic condition and then obtaining cell via mechanic, chemical, or enzymatic digestion from this biopsy. Using primary cell culture will provide biological result in specific cell of interest. They are more accurate to those seen in the host tissue. However, there will be a finite number of cells with a finite lifespan for you to use. Secondary cell culture refers to the cell line that have been immortalized, usually by overexpressing an enzyme called human telomerase reverse transcriptase and can be divided indefinitely. Secondary cell culture will be easier to maintain and have a more uniform and long-lasting cell population. But as the culture have grown and been passed in artificial cell culture media, they will provide biological response different from cell within the original host tissue. Additionally, the cell may have genetic drifting or mutation acquired during repeated passaging and culture maintenance. This figure is represented the several modes of culture. Type of modes cell culture consists of organ culture. Organ culture is a filter dish on the angular stainless steel grid over a well of medium seen in section in the lower diagram. And the expand culture is a flash with section below and with enlarged detail in section in the lowest diagram, showing the expand and radial outgrowth under the arrows. The C figure is dissociate cell culture. Dissociate cell culture is a stir vessel with an enzymatic disaggregation generating a cell suspension seated as a monolayer in the lower diagram. The last feature is organotypic culture. Organotypic culture is a filter well showing an array of cells seen in section in the lower diagram, combined with matrix and stromal cell. This table shows some application of cell culture. Cell culture is the one of the major tools used in cellular and molecular biology, providing excellent model system for studying the normal physiology and biochemistry of the cell, the effect of drug and toxic compound on the cell, and mutagenesis or carcinogenesis. It is also used in drug screening and development and large-scale manufacturing of biological compounds. This table is presented several applications of cell culture in biomedical field. The next technique in biomedical biotechnology is RNA interference or RNAi. RNAi or RNA interference is a biomedical process where RNA molecules are used to inhibit gene expression. This technology was developed by Andrew Pyle and Craig C. Mello, who won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2006. This figure in the right side shows the principle of interference RNA. Typically, short RNA molecules are created that are complementary to endogenous mRNA and when introduced into cell, bind to the target mRNA. Binding of the short RNA molecule to the target mRNA functionally inactivated the target mRNA and sometimes lead to degradation of the target mRNA. Two types of short RNA molecules have been used in RNA interference application. Small interfering RNA or siRNA are typically double-strand RNA molecule. 20 until 25 nucleotides in length. When transfected into cell, siRNA inhibit the target mRNA until they are also degraded within the cell. Small hairpin RNA are sequence of RNA typically consist about 80 base pair in length that include a region of internal hybridization that create a hairpin structure. shRNA molecules are processed within the cell to form siRNA, which in turn knock down gene expression. The benefit of shRNA is they can be incorporated into plasmid vector and integrated into genomic DNA for longer term or stable expression and thus longer knockdown of the target mRNA. This is all from me. Thank you.